What's going on, everyone? We are going to be talking about why. Let me put this on Instagram real quick. Why waking up early is good for you. All right, go live, go live, go live. All right, what's going on, everyone? Me, Sade Burrell, stand for something. I wanted to get on. I'm on YouTube and I'm on Instagram. I just wanted to come on here real quickly to not only uh, be a reminder to myself, really more of a reminder to myself, uh, why waking up is actually good for you. Like, what are the benefits of actually waking up, right? And I think that right, we have to be careful when we read memes and we take advice from memes and things like that. I believe that everyone has their own unique way of doing things. I believe that sometimes what works for other people won't work for someone else, right? So what exactly does that mean? That means that you see memes that say you should get this amount of rest. Well, there's some people who are like, I don't feel comfortable resting, knowing that my life is not where I want it to be. There and so we tend to make people who feel like they don't need as much sleep to feel bad, right? We went to this whole grind culture, grind, and now it's to a point where people are actually making those who don't grind feel bad, right? And so here's my point. So why is waking up early good for you? All right. So for these past few weeks, I fell off waking up early. I hadn't been waking up the way I needed to wake up, the way I used to wake up. And so I had to get back on schedule. And all week I've been trying to wake up at a decent time. And decent for me is around 5 a.m. And I hadn't been waking up at 5 a.m. Instead, I had been waking up at 6 and 7 and things like that, right? And it seems like it's a decent time, but it's not. I have many goals. I have many aspirations that I want to accomplish. And I don't need people telling me you need this amount of sleep, right? Um, People always say, well, you need to do this, you need to look, it don't work for you, but it works for me. I never forget when I was about 19 years old, someone said to me, because I used to wake up at around 12, and they said to me, I said, why do you wake up so early? I said, because by the time you wake up, you've wasted half your day. Only 24 hours in a day. And I started thinking, okay, if I wake up at 12, it starts getting dark. Now it's daylight saving. It starts getting dark around 5 o'clock. Who wants to go outside usually at dark time? No one. I can't go running. I can't work out. Usually you can't. So I literally only have 4 hours to do what I need to do. Right. And so I started realizing, like, okay, maybe I should start waking up a little earlier. I don't think I immediately started waking up early. So I don't want you all to think like I had this epiphany and then I started waking up early. No, no, not at all. It took me a while to start waking up early. And like I said, I fell off recently. And so what I'm doing now is I'm getting back on track with waking up early. So today I woke up early. So I've been waking up maybe 6 o'clock, 6:30, things like that, because it was starting to get hard for me to wake up. And so today I actually woke up at the time I was supposed to wake up. And I got so much done within a 2 hour period. So uh actually 2 and almost 3 hours. 3 hour period. Like most of my work that I have to do from even my job is completed. Now I just have to do the things that I can't uh uh, uh like meeting with students or even my business. Like I was able to get a lot of that stuff done because I woke up an additional 2 hours early. So here's how it relates to you as a person. Why waking up is early for me. I felt a sense of accomplishment when I looked at down and it was 7 o'clock and most of my work had already been done. I want to give you guys some apps too to actually help you all. What I've learned to do is I break my day up into like little segments where I don't spend all of my time doing one particular thing. I set a timer. It's an app called minimum list. Minimum list, list, minimum list. I use that to help me stay on track. So I'll put a timer like I think I'm writing a write up for a grant. So I put 45 minutes. I'm gonna work on that for 45 minutes. I put a timer on that. Right. So for 45 minutes, I was focused in on that. And then for something else, I put, okay, 30 minutes for this right here. I did those particular things because I can't work for like 2 hours on one thing. I just can't. I get irritated. I get frustrated. It doesn't work for me. But by the time I was done with those tasks, I felt good, really, really good about what I had accomplished. So waking up early and you've accomplished goals, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you can conquer anything. I felt so good. I woke up and I even cooked breakfast. I felt so powerful. I was like, I can cook breakfast. I can do this. I feel like I was Superwoman because I woke up early and I had a win. That was the first thing that happened before the sun came up. I had a win. So sunset was like, I don't know, like I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock, something like that. I had a win before that happened, right? And so someone made a comment, said I wake up early, but I also take naps. It's about balance. Here's the thing: some of us we can't afford to take naps, right? You're like, well, what's the bell? Here, I can't take a nap in the middle of the day. I have a job. I have a business to run, etc. I can't take naps. For some people, they can take naps. If I take a nap, I won't have a job. I won't have a way to provide or anything like that. So what I do is I actually go to bed when I wake up early like this. I go to bed early. All right. So what keeps me from waking up early is that I stay up to like 11 or 12 midnight. Right. I used to work on stuff, but now I don't. Now I just watch. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I watch, Law and Order, all kind of stuff I shouldn't even be watching. Well, not that I shouldn't be, but things that aren't helping me get to where I want to be. So I'll stay up to like 2 in the morning watching Law and Order or something like that, or catching a binge watching stuff, or on social media or whatever. Right. And so because I can't take a nap, I just go to bed early. That's it. I go to bed early. It's around 9 or 10. I go to bed, wake up at 5. So that's my way of having. I always wonder: is there such thing as balance? Something's always going to have to give, right? It can never be exactly like this, but something does have to give. So for me, I wake up with a win. So it's the feeling accomplished. That's the number one thing. You feel accomplished a lot of times before the sun comes up. The second thing we talked about was you'll have a win for the day. Like how amazing it is to go through the day knowing that you've done something already, right? And then the last thing is, like I said, you waste away a lot of your day if you're asleep to like 10, 11 o'clock. You only have like 5 hours to do something before the sun goes down. So you're limited on the amount of time that you could do things. And most stores, especially because of coronavirus and the pandemic, stuff like that, they're closing pretty early, right? So grocery stores aren't closing anymore like 10 anymore. Now they're closing around 9. Some of them are 8, depending on where you are. So it's so crucial for us to, I think this pandemic is teaching us how to really manage our time, even more better than what we were before, because we're forced to shut things down at a certain. Think about it. You used to be able to make dinner plans for 8 o'clock at night. Now you can't do that anymore. So, oh yeah, the wind did wake me up too. The wind was another thing because I kept hearing my door like kind of move. So the wind was really strong here in San Diego. It was very, very strong, the wind. So it did wake a lot of people up. But someone said I had set my alarm at 9 to go to bed, at 5 to get up, but I can't help but get up at least 7. And here's one of the things that I've done for myself to help me. Physical activity actually helps you. I would recommend doing physical activity before 3 o'clock. Do not do physical activity before you go to bed. It's going to keep you up all night. Do physical activities before 3 p.m. To help your body tire itself out. I believe I was able to sleep yesterday because yesterday was my first day running in over a week, my first day running in over a week. So my body was very tired and I worked out, did a walk or whatever. By the time it was 6 o'clock, I had done 2 tasks for my job, and I had worked out for an hour before the sun had came up. So I would recommend working out before 3 o'clock. Working out at nighttime is not good for you to develop sleeping habits. So another thing that I recommend too is try to finish all of your food and everything before I would say no later than maybe 7 o'clock, right? So if you work out and then you eat, right, now you got these things done. So that's just what I would say, and start winding down your day around 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I know some people say, well, I have kids. There's no such thing as winding them down. One of the things I did with my kids was I actually, when they were younger, now they're older, right? They're a little bit more independent. But when they were younger, I actually put them on a schedule. They were in bed by 8 o'clock, because from 8:15 to about 11 midnight, I had to study. That was when I was in graduate school. I had to study. From the time I brought them home from the hospital, they were always on a sleeping schedule. It was never, oh, they wake up, they get it was, oh, and so I had to put myself back on a sleeping schedule, right? And so they were always on a sleeping schedule. Now they're the bedtime change about 9. If I'm in my room and I shout, hey, you guys need to go to bed. Usually they may not go to bed, but they're at least quiet enough to where they can't go to bed. So it's so important for us to develop these habits of making sure that we're in that we're able to accomplish certain things even before the sun comes up, right? So that is my suggestion to you all. Again, the benefits of waking up early greatly and vastly outweighs the the benefits of sleeping in. And so, like I said, from the beginning, we need to be careful about taking advice from memes and things like that. I'm not telling you not to sleep. I'm not telling you to sleep. What I am telling you is that you have to figure out what works best for you. And I just know that a lot of the people who I know and the people I've come in contact with, it usually helps them to have wins before their day starts. And being able to wake up early, right? Oh, okay. I'll make this. I'm not sure if this is ageism or whatever, and I apologize if it offends anyone ahead of time. But I'll say it anyways because I think it's beneficial to this conversation. Someone asked me, someone said to me, "Do you know why people who are the elderly wake up early? Because they're always up early. Like if I ever go to Lake Murray early in the morning, you usually see the elderly out there around five in the morning, 4 in the morning, right? Why is it that they're out there 4 or 5 in the morning? And someone said because they don't want to waste their time. They understand that their time is now limited because we're only afforded so many years on this earth, and so they take full advantage of their time. They understand the meaning of time. And so I said, wow, what if we took that same concept, but we applied it when we were in our 20s and our 30s? And we had that same eagerness to wake up at a certain time because we don't know how long we have left. And so that's what I often think about is that it's the time that we're I'm not saying it's wasting because like I said, everyone's situation is different. But if you're a pretty healthy individual and you're choosing to continuously sleep in and you're not exactly where you want to be or even close to where you want to be or heading down the path to be where you are, I would strongly encourage you to start waking up, especially during this pandemic. It's important for us to wake up early because my personal opinion is that the damages mentally that this pandemic is doing to us will far outweigh the damage that is doing to us in a sense as a whole, as far as killing us and things like that. There are many people who are now struggling with mental health that they had never struggled with it before, or if they did, they knew how to control it. But now with this whole pandemic, they're not able to control it because things have been taken away from them. And so we have to, if something's being taken away from us, so like in LA County, there's now a curfew. They're talking about you can't walk the streets, you can't jog the street, you can't do nothing in the street. That's what they said. I don't know if they're doing that or not, but they're saying that these particular things is what they're doing. So if someone's taking something away from you and you begin to feel like you're losing control, right? So if you begin to feel like losing control, what are some things that you could do to control your life again? One of the things is waking up early. That is how you can control your life. So let me give you guys some apps that I believe can help you. I use an app called Calm, CALM. That helps me go to sleep. I like the sound of rain. I don't like rain, but I like the sound of rain and it helps me sleep. So I use the free version of Calm to help me go to sleep. And then they also have people who read books to you on Calm. A lot of celebrities. What's his name? Matthew McConaughey. I think that's his name. His voice, I don't know why, it's very soothing to me. His voice is very soothing to me. And so I listen to the books that he reads to me. So that app helps me. And Imagine My Time, I believe that I use minimum list. That helps me organize my thing. And then I could actually put on minimum list for me not to be disturbed. And so whenever I pick up my phone, it tells me, put your phone down. You need to concentrate. on these particular things. It's another app that I use. I also use things such as Remind. An app called Soul. Tasha said it's an app called Soul, 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 and that helps as well, I believe. And so I try to find task oriented apps to help remind me you need to get this done, you need to get this done, whatever. So being able to sleep at a certain schedule and things like it also requires discipline, right? So yesterday, my daughter had practice at she had practice for her dance team, and so I could have stayed up and watched videos and things like that in the car, but instead I decided to finish not the last chapter, but chapter 8 in Power is extremely long, and so I finished that chapter. So me reading the book, I didn't wake up on at the time I wanted to wake up yesterday, but I did wake up pretty early. Mixed with exercise, mixed with me accomplishing many of my goals, I was able to cook dinner. I do not like cooking worth a dime, but I notice I like cooking when I have a goal accomplished before I start cooking, right? And so those are things that have helped me throughout this time in the pandemic, and I really hope that it's beneficial to you and that you're able to benefit from it. It's me, Sade Burrell, stand for something, and just remember to always be kind to yourself, be encouraged. Try your best to wake up. Give yourself a period of time. I'm gonna give myself a 2 week period, grace period to begin waking up on time. All right, every day I should do better. Right, I went from I'm not waking up on time, I'm not doing my tasks, and I would feel terrible. I would feel terrible if I set a goal to wake up at 5 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. and I didn't wake up. Oh, I felt terrible. I noticed that I began yelling and screaming and stuff a lot more than had I actually accomplished the goal. So I really believe that today's going to be a good day. Why? Because I accomplished several goals before I started on my day. So I hope you all have an amazing day. I hope that maybe tomorrow, what you could do is you could challenge yourself to actually start your day with a win by waking up at a particular time that fits you and your lifestyle. You all have a great one. It is me, Sade Burrell, stand for something.